Crystal, what's going on with your hair? First of all, I've been dealing with, I don't know if it's just something in the air, but I've been dealing with lately chronic fatigue, y'all. That's why I haven't been up here lately. I've not been up here lately because I've just been going through it mentally, like not in a bad way, like not depression or anything. I don't think it's depression. It's just chronic fatigue. It's like I have to force myself out of bed to do simple things. Normally, I can get up and go run and work out, no problem. But lately, I cannot seem to just like get going and get motivated. Hi, Q. So me coming up here, like you don't understand, I dragged myself to do that. I dragged myself to come up here and like do my makeup. It's just a simple thing as doing my makeup, doing my hair. Lately, it's just been so redundant. Um, it's been like really like debilitating. Is it me? Or is it just me, or is other people out there going through that? It seems like it's a thing because I've been up on TikTok and other people have been describing it as well. I don't know, but I was just like, you know what? Let me just come up here and show face and show y'all what I've been up to. So I am going to light one of my candles. This one is my peach candle, as you can see. I'm just gonna light that. Kind of get me in the mood today, you know what I'm saying? Get me in the mood, get me going. It may be time for a weekend reset, spa day, self-care or something. Honestly, you're right. Let me tell you. So last night I was up. I'm gonna do my hair in a second. I'm just gonna kind of like put it off to the side. But last night I was up to about 5 o'clock in the morning. Did not go to sleep. And let me tell you what happened. So I was up and I was just like, I feel the urge to write something. I feel the urge to like speak to God. Like I need to talk to him. Number one, my circadian rhythm is off the charts right now. So did I? Yes, I wrote in my new journal that I got, my prayer journal that someone special gave to me. And I cried my eyes out last night and I was just like, God, I really need you to show me the purpose you have for me. Show me what you want me to do. Show me. And my biggest thing is I feel like I'm not walking in my purpose. I feel like really, I'm not unlocking all his gifts for me because I'm not doing something. There's something that I need to tweak, that I need more clarity on. And that's probably why I feel restless. You know, I feel like I'm not giving my all to society. I'm not fulfilling what I'm supposed to do for the world in a full, if that makes sense. So one of my biggest things was I prayed to him last night and I was just like, you know, give me clarity of what I'm supposed to be doing to not only appease you, but to help others, you know, to guide others while doing it for you. Hi, Amy. So I cried my eyes out, wrote in my prayer journal. Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully that unlocks something. I'm a big believer in prayer. So I feel like that's gonna do something, you know, for me. Last time I had my prayer closet, I'm not gonna hold you. I remember I was praying in my prayer closet, and a couple of months later, it happened. Everything that I prayed for happened. I'm telling you, you're finding yourself. That makes sense. Thank you, Q. Yeah, I feel like I'm at this stage now. I'm in my 30s. I'm at this stage where I don't want to just be doing stuff just to do it. You know, I want there to be a reason. I want there to be a purpose for me doing stuff. I want it to be when I turn 80, you know, I can be happy about everything I've done. I don't want it to feel like work anymore. I'm at that stage. I want to get up every day and just be happy about what my purpose is. And I need to find that, you know, because I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm just going in this whole circle. I'm going on this roller coaster, this roundabout, get up, go to work, make some money, pay bills. Like, okay, there has to be more. There has to be more. And I'm not unlocking that because something is missing and I need to find out what that is. Santana, hey. You said outside of spending time with family, when are you happiest? Honestly, when I'm traveling, when I'm with my family traveling, I just love, going around the world, looking at different cultures and experiencing new foods and new things. I don't care about spending money. Spending money is great. Spending money is fun. That's great. That's exhilarating. But the experience to experience new things, experience an exotic plant, look at a different type of bird that I've never seen before, that's something that you can't replace. That's something that you can't buy. That experience, that seeing it, touching it, feeling it, like that makes me so happy, and being able to travel with my family, it just gives me gratification in life. It's like, wow. But, unfortunately, we got to work out here. So who has time to travel like that? And my biggest thing is, okay, I know I can make that happen. I know that I can fulfill my duties in Christ. I can fulfill his mission for me here on earth, because he told me that, whatever you ask for, I will, supply for you, as long as you come to me for those plans. And that's what I've been doing. So I'm like, okay, now I think it's just more so continuing to pray, continuing to ask for clarity, continuing to be patient. But let me tell you, last night I was crying my eyeballs out. I'm like, Lord, please continue to give me patience, because not that my patience is running thin, but woo, I feel like you forgot about me. And I know you didn't, but sometimes it feels that way, especially when you go online and, you see others. And I don't want to be a comparison. It's not good to be a comparison, but it does feel like sometimes others are getting their prayers answered quickly, especially when you feel like you're a good person. But then that makes me feel like, am I a good person? That makes me feel like, am I not as a good person as I think I am? Then you start going down this whole rabbit hole of all the things that you've done that maybe might not be the best in his eyes, and maybe that's why you're not getting blessed, and maybe that's why. But mind you, I know I'm blessed, though. I'm not gonna stop that. But it's just the whole thing that I'm going through. So, I don't want to be jabbering on about that. Just up here doing my makeup before I have to go and be a mom and handle some business. But I also have to do my corporate outfit of the day video, and I haven't did that yet. So I was like, let me just drag myself about the bed. I kind of really want to just start filming stuff in the bed, because I don't feel like getting up to get dressed. And I'm like, no, that's not who I am. I'm not that girl. I'm just in a season of, I don't even want to call it sadness. I'm just in a season of trying to really find my purpose. That's all it is. And I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because like the summer and the winter has been changing, but my foundations have not been really working with me. I've been running a lot too, so that could also be anything. You're on the brink of an epiphany. It all will work out for sure. Thank you, Q. No, you're right. Last night I was reading, about that. Whenever a breakthrough is getting ready to happen, you feel like you're, not going to get there. It's like that little picture where it's like the guy is digging and digging and digging, and he's right where the diamonds are, and then he stops and turns around and leaves. And it was like, bro, if you would have just did like one more like big, you would have had what you were looking for. And I know that's what it is. Plus, I'm delusional. So, well, I'm not delusional, but to others, it may seem delusional because I say stuff all the time. Even when I'm at work with my coworkers, I always say stuff like, I'm not going to be here long. You know, you guys, I'm going to get my million soon, or I'm going to go viral and like be famous. Like, I don't know, be an actress somewhere, or be a writer, or some type of creator. My business is going to flourish. And like, they never laugh at me. You know, like, even people that don't like me, when I say stuff like that, they don't laugh. They always either get quiet or they be like, that's right. I think it's because they see that and they know that. That's another reason why, like, I know I'm not meant to be working on 9 to 5 because sometimes it's hard to get along with people whenever they know that, you know, you have something bigger. Like, they know you're not going to be there forever. So it's kind of that type of energy where they low key don't like you, but they like you. And it's kind of hard to work with people like that because I can feel people's energies. I can read people's energies a lot. And that's another thing. Like, I'm an empath, so I pick up on people's feelings and energy towards me really quickly. But when you're in a professional setting, you have to like kind of keep that to yourself, because if you don't, then it becomes kind of confrontational, and then, you know, you get fired for being, you know, just insubordinate or just not being a friendly person to work with. So that also drains my energy because now I have to be, you know, fake. Hey, Brianna. I did not do my hair yet, so please. I literally just woke up and was like, I have to hurry up and like do my makeup and try to do my hair. So I forced myself up here, y'all. Okay. Hey, Adam. I forced myself up here. I know y'all noticed I have not been up here. It's because I've been going through it mentally, like chronic fatigue. I don't want to claim depression, but I'm human. Okay. But yeah, I've just been kind of just like in my head lately. Fears have been getting to me. Like, what if I become a failure? You know, what if it doesn't work out for me? And I'm like, you know, you call yourself a Christian, but you say stuff like that. That's kind of like being, you know, a hypocrite against your faith, you know? Yeah, I can't share your dreams with everyone. Tough for those comfortable in a 9 to 5 to relate to those who aren't. Yeah, they get very angry, and you can tell immediately, like, the envy that they have for you. You know, sometimes it's not what you're looking for, it's what you need. Could be taken in what you have currently and accepting it, and whatever else comes is meant for you. You know, sometimes it's not what you're looking for, is what you need. That's deep, Santana. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, even now, you know, I kind of just been making moves like silently, that a lot of people don't know about, and I still haven't shared those with anyone besides like my immediate family or like whatever I post online or whatever. But even then, like, these things that's been unlocking for me, I really wasn't looking for it. It just so happened that I fell into it, and now I'm kind of, you know, just working in that. And I'm like, God, I know you put me here for a reason, and I'm appreciative of it because I know there's a bigger foundation. But whew, when you've been doing it for so long, when you feel like you've been doing it for so long, you know, it kind of relates to that story about Moses and the Israelites when they were in the desert for 40 years. And I have to remind myself not to become one of the Israelites. You know, that's why they weren't able to like enter in that land, because they just stopped, you know, believing. And I'm not saying I would never, okay, but I'm just saying like they started questioning. And I know I'm probably annoying sometimes to God. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm only but human. Please forgive me. Thoughts of fear and self-doubt are normal. Just remember, you aren't your thoughts. You're the observer of those thoughts. Choose the ones you decide to hold on to. You got it, Chris. Thanks you. Thank you, Q. I'm glad that I could come up here and be like transparent, because I know like a lot of creators or just people that come online, they like to feel like they have it together. That was beautiful, right? Wasn't that, Brianna? They like to feel like they like to give the illusion that they have it together. They know what you should be doing. And there's not a lot of people that come up here and are transparent for people that are actually just going through it. Like a lot of people when they see me, they're like, "Oh, Crystal, you got your life together. Life is good for you." It's like, bro, I go through things too, just like anyone else. Like, these are real fears. These are real, just things that I feel like other people go through, but people don't want to talk about because it looks like it looks like you're a failure. It looks like, you really don't have it together. It looks like you're a fraud when you come online and talk about your fears, the fatigue you have, or, just the non-will to get up and do things. They're like, "Oh, you're just being lazy." No, these are real feelings, and it's good to like be able to relate to people. Am I going to give up? No, I never said I'm going to give up. I'm just saying these are the feelings that I'm going through. These are the emotions that I'm going through. You said you watched a 3-hour long video of paradoxes. Ooh. What's the one that stood out to you the most, Santana? I finished in my degree. I've been writing in English literature, so I read so many books and novels and stories and journals and articles and poems. Right now I'm like reading William Shakespeare. So we have to like go into paradoxes, we have to go into similes, we have to go into, the themes and the nature of the story. So I like to hear about, paradoxes from a different perspective. Hi, Cheyenne. Hello. I'm also finally at this stage where I actually like my hair. Okay, now mind you, again, I just woke up. Okay, so it's been slept on. Okay, it needs a little shaping. I've been good. Like I was telling everybody, just mentally, the reason why I just have not been up here is just because your girl honestly is human, and I've just been mentally and chronically fatigued. I just can't pinpoint what it is. I'm just kind of going through that. I forced myself to come up here and do my makeup. I literally forced myself. It literally took me about an hour just to like really turn the lights on and press record and go live. I'm not even gonna hold you. Thank you, Cheyenne. The popular person going through somewhat similar things. Ooh, Santana, you have to send that to me. You know what I did find interesting that I did not get a chance to watch it, but I saved it on. Tell me my mail is here. Thank you. I saved it on YouTube that I was going to watch later. It's this video. This guy made this video about Doechii, and he was saying the like divine intervention of Doechii and like how she, I guess, like manifested. That's just my boss messaging me, sorry. How she manifested like basically her life now. And he was just saying how she went from like a YouTuber, and I remember watching some of her videos, like one of her videos where she was just like, "So I just got fired today, and yeah, and everything's gonna be okay." Like I remember like those little videos like that, and then the fact that now she is like where she is, it's the fact because she had like unwavering faith, and that's what stage I'm in. I have unwavering faith. But am I human? Are there times that I just lay in bed and I'm just like bawling my eyes out because I'm just like, am I good enough for anything? Like, what's my purpose? Like, do I even have a real talent? Like, and if I do have a talent, what is it? Because it doesn't seem like nothing is working out for me right now. And I know that I'm overthinking, I'm overanalyzing, I'm putting myself down because, I'm just being dramatic, but these are real feelings that people go through. Now, mind you, am I going to quit? No. But am I going to stay in bed to 3 o'clock in the morning and cry my eyes out and pray and ask for guidance and be a waterhead about it? Yes. And that's what I've been going through. I just kind of been a big crybaby, you know. I've just been crying to God lately. So that's why I have not been up here like that. Slowly but surely I'll get out of it, you know. I think I went through the same phase like a couple of years ago. Last year I definitely went through this phase, but nobody knew because I kept coming up here. But a couple of years ago, I definitely went through the phase. Was going through it. But that's when I was writing my Dear Diary, so I was able to like express myself through my writing. And that's another thing. Writing is powerful. So I don't know if you have a journal or something and you really feel like, you know, you really can't get your feelings out to anyone and people won't understand, write it, because there may be some talent there. You know, there may be something there that somebody can relate to. And I'm not saying you have to share it, but you know, if you feel like you need to share and you just can't voice it on a video, write it out. Like, have a little blog. People have forgotten about the art of writing and reading nowadays. Everything's just so like, oh, just press audio play, you know? There's a reason, and what you're saying is the reason. Santana, not you putting the pieces in the puzzle for me. I go through that too, girl. Okay, Cheyenne, so you get what I'm saying. So I'm not over here like just blabbing at the mouth. Because sometimes my biggest thing is, you know, I'm speaking, but am I communicating it properly? It's my biggest fear, you know? I always write out in my diary. Yes, writing out is the best. It has so much power, you know? Writing has so much power. There's a scripture that I read last night about writing it out as well. So that should let you know something. You said I was watching the thing from the beginning. What thing? What was you watching? Is that a movie? I'm gonna go see Mission Impossible tomorrow with my coworkers. So that should be interesting. Mind you, I'm forcing myself to go out. Not that I have a problem with them because they're all really sweet. It's just that I'm forcing myself to, oh, the live. Oh. Sorry. I'm forcing myself to go because I need to get out of my little comfort zone. They say that, you know, in order to grow in order to be in the doors and the places that you feel you belong in or you want to circle yourself in, you need to be in that network. And this network of coworkers are in the field that I want to stay in. So I am going out with him, even though I think when's the last time I watched Mission Impossible? I think I watched the first one. They have 3, right? It's Mission Impossible 3, right? You said, I can't wait to watch that new Superman. When does that come out? I know nothing, okay? I'm literally just going just for the plot of it, just to be like, hey, y'all, I'm here. I showed up. Teamwork, you know, remember me. Mind you, I'm the new coworker, so, you know, I really have to make sure I stand out. Plus, you always it's good to like hang out with your coworkers just to know who they are. So I need to know who I'm working with. Oh, it's 4? Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know anything. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that tomorrow, so hopefully my anxiety doesn't take over. Hopefully my anxiety, mind you, okay. Hi, are you in Brazil? Mind you, okay, I signed up again with some church members for this, like, it's kind of like a 5K, but it's also like this thing with, we have to do 100 push-ups and 100 pull-ups, and I signed up for it on the 26th. And I'm so close to like making an excuse, but I'm like, God, that's not what you want me to do, because these are people that you actually really need to like, you know, align yourself with. But do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do it anymore. It was cool when I said I wanted to do it, but now I'm just like, bro, I can hardly do 10 push-ups. Like, I could do 10 push-ups and pull-ups, 7 pull-ups. Okay, I've been going to the gym. But 100 is crazy. You said you would like to see the new Superman movie too. Nice. Okay, so now I gotta add that to my list. There's like 7, 8 Mission Impossibles. They've been making them forever. Oh my gosh. And here I am talking about some, what is this, number 3? Hi, I love your hair so much. What's your hair routine? Hi, Hatis. Honestly, I kind of just been doing this whole Ayurvedic thing. So really big on deep conditioning my hair and oiling it, like coconut oils. Trying not to put heat on it. This right now is just kind of like repairing for my leave out. So I have not been putting heat on it for the past week. Probably give me like 2 more weeks and this will match in with this because like I said, I've been straightening it out. So it's kind of just going through its own little like heat training phase. So once I leave it alone, it'll be back to normal. Crystal is on her GI Jane with the push-ups. Struggling, by the way. Okay. Hi, Charles. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. It's Wednesday. I really like these lashes, so I'm going to wash them probably tomorrow. After I take them off today, probably wash them. I probably wash them tonight so I can wear them tomorrow. Yes, we reuse lashes over here, especially when they're good because they're like $12 for the good ones. You can just wash them. Get like a little spoolie like this right here. And then you just get some soapy water and you just wash them. And then make sure they're flared out and then let them dry. And they literally go right back to brand new. Just like when you took them out the package. So it's just a little time consuming, but if you're trying to save some money and you don't got time to like go to the store and buy a whole new thing of lashes, keep that in mind, okay? All right, so I did my eyebrows. I'm gonna do just a little more fill because I want to be just a little bit more thicker. Fabio, what are you talking about? You know I only know certain ones. Bom dia. Bom dia. Was it você? Eu. Você, eu is like, eu is eu, I, and then você is you, or is it você, you, and then eu is I? It's one of those. You know, I've been to Brazil once, so, you know, I feel like I'm part Brazilian sometimes. Okay, so you said you mentioned being the new coworker. Did you change jobs recently? Something like that, Q. Like I said, there's been a few things that have happened, but I just have not announced it because I just kind of don't. You know how it is. You know when you kind of just trying to get your footing right and trying to fill everything out. You don't want to speak on it just yet. But yeah, something like that. Yes, it is in a new field too. Like not in the banking field. But it's not my full-time job. It's kind of like I'm utilizing my cosmetology degree. I'm sorry, license. So, but I am on payroll, if that makes sense. So, but you know, I'm finishing out my degree in writing and English. So my biggest thing is like working in communications. And let me tell you, I guess the area I'm in is just so hard to find a job in communications because when people get jobs as journalists or, you know, correspondents or anchors, they don't let that go. Okay. They're going to hold on to that position because it's one of those things where you become kind of like a public figure in the area. So you're not going to job hop, you know? And then I'm in Virginia Beach, so it's not like New York or Washington, D.C., you know? And so I would have to travel. So have I been looking? Yes. Have I been, applying to jobs in that sector? Yes. But it's just come to the point where I'm just like, I might just have to continue forth with being my own producer of my own show and just pray that something works out for me, because I don't know. And I hate to be like, Debbie Downer. Just, it's hard out here. And then they want like a whole reel. It's kind of like whenever they say like, okay, like you apply for a job. All right. And we need you to have 20 years experience. I'm sorry. I just got my degree. Like, yeah, they're like, okay, you apply for this job, but we need to see your reels now. I don't have any reels. I got some TikTok reels though. I got some heavily help desk stuff. I was a host for a local show for a little while. I've been using that. And then like I use like my stuff like when I host for myself. But other than that, it's like, what do you want? Like, I'm trying to get out here. I'm trying, okay? It's kind of like nowadays it's about, hi honey, it's about who you know, not about what you know. That's why I said tomorrow I am going to go hang out with my coworkers, because it's about a network. Especially when you're in a smaller area, I promise you, everyone knows someone, and I can attest to that. Everyone knows someone that you don't think would know each other, whether that be through church, whether that be through a job, whether that be through somebody that was dating somebody. Majority of the time, somebody knows somebody that you know, or someone they heard about. I promise you. So always, be open to networking and be open to having friends of different age ranges and having friends, of different ethnicities and backgrounds and religions. Be open to that, because that might be, a breakthrough for your future. So, and I know like for people that are introverted, that can be uncomfortable, but you're gonna have to get out there, because no man is their own island. Remember that. I know people who know people who know people, okay? And that's how you got the job, or that's how you got the position, or that's how you got those millions, because you knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. And that was meant for you. You see what I'm saying? Think about like all the like billionaires that come from like different walks of life, like Elon Musk and what's his name, Bezos, and Google rep, whatever, that owns like Google now. Like, they all hang out in the same circles, and they all come from different backgrounds. Why? Because they know each other. So if the job position comes open, I don't know, their niece or something needs something, a job or a recommendation of some sort, guess who's going to get it? Yeah, the niece is going to get it because she knows somebody. Although this person over here may have mad experience. You see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's just how it works. All right, I got to figure out what side this goes on. I think this one goes on this side. Let me tell you what I did the other day. So I love these lashes, but I put mascara on them when they're already kind of spiky. And when I tell you, it made them stand all the way up to the sky. And I was so mad at myself because I was rushing. I had to hurry up and get to work. So I was trying to take off as much mascara as I possibly could off these lashes. I was like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? They looked like little spiders. It was crazy. This looks better now. See that? It's just like, I don't know, kawaii, like baby doll. So cute. And I was trying to get my eyeshadow to match my dress. I think I did a good job of that. Just like if one of my family members is the manager of a store, I'm more than likely to get the job than anyone. No, you're right. Exactly. Exactly. Because they're going to vouch for you. And then because they're the manager, everyone's going to trust the manager's, you know, recommendation. That's why when they ask for like references and stuff on jobs, like they're like, "Oh, hi Olivia." Whenever they ask for like references, like, do you know someone in the company that referenced you? And more than likely, you'll get the position because that person is vouchable within the company. So always be open to just build a little community. Remember, they said that your group circle of people is a reflection of you. So if you have 4 friends that aren't doing nothing, they aren't going anywhere, they aren't, you know, tapping into new realms in life and just doing the regular, what does that make for you? How are you going to learn anything if you're not, you know, if you're not the person that's out there trying to network in a different crowd? If you're networking the same thing, y'all all do the same thing, you all see the same thing, no one's learning or growing anything, okay? Oh my gosh, thank you, Olivia. I haven't even did my hair yet. I kind of just woke up and I'm sweating. Look, y'all, look at that. That is crazy. I have hyperhidrosis, so don't get going up on me. It does not smell. It's just really sweaty. But start networking outside of your normal circles. There's one girl that I know, she is the network queen. I mean, she literally is friends with everyone. And I'm like, girl, how are you friends with this person? Like, their energy is so manic. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I love that though. I love that. Where do you live? I live in Virginia Beach. Don't get me wrong, Virginia Beach is like a cool area. It's just, it's kind of, it sounds like it's big, but it really isn't. It's actually quite small. Everyone knows everyone. It's kind of like everyone circles in the same groups. And that's like my biggest thing. I don't like groups. I like groups, let me rephrase that. I don't like people that have cliquey groups, you know? They're not friendly to like newcomers. They're not like open to people that are trying to get acclimated. I don't like stuff like that. I steer clear from people like that. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna spray. I need to bring like a little bit of life back to my face. I don't know. I tried this one, which is fine. I just don't like the way it sprays out. This one is my favorite. I just need to buy some more. Let me see if they're the Morphe. I like how it, I don't know, it's kind of like a mist. Oh, look back just enough. Yeah. I like how it's a mist, you know. No, I've never had it. I would freak out because like I would have to probably shave my head off. Just imagine that in my hair. I have too much hair. Like it would be so much to like deal with. But I also keep like a lot of oil on my scalp, so that's probably why it doesn't get stuck to me. I think that's a thing. I think like when you have a certain texture of hair. No, my son had it and we had to take him twice to get it removed. So when I tell you, I was and it happened because there's like a little girl, I guess, like she was sharing hats in school and she put the hat up on his head and he has like straight hair. So his hair is like bone straight. Again, different texture than mine. And he was just itching and I'm thinking like, oh, he just got a little dandruff. Oh, it was not dandruff, honey. Them things was moving. I was freaking out. I'm glad you are not going through that no more though, because I can't even imagine how that felt. My son was over it. Yeah, he got it from school, you know, kids just being kids, sharing hats, playing around. And because he had long hair at the time, they wanted to play up in his hair. And I'm just like, you know, I know you guys are being kids, but yeah, don't let nobody play up in your hair no more. Especially like you're in school, you know, just can't do that no more. He said, if you have little siblings, it sucks. Ugh. I'm kind of grateful that I have not experienced that. I don't want to, like, you know, take away from your experience. I'm grateful that I've not experienced it. I will probably be traumatized. All right, so I'm kind of just going to do a side fro today. I mean, it's kind of in its own little big world. So I'm just going to do, again, I've been doing heat straightening on my leave out. So my leave out is a little more, I guess, in a relaxed state, it looks like, because I've been pressing it out. But after conditioning it a few times, I'm just going to not put no more heat on it for a while, maybe a couple of weeks. It should match in with this hair. And again, my hair is getting so long. Like when I straighten it out, it's so long. But I really have to just leave it alone. I have to leave it alone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deanna. You have beautiful hair. It looks great like that. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Mama Tahanti. So yeah, so this is the look for today. Normally I would just go in and kind of not make baby hairs, but my baby hairs are like naturally here. So I'll just, the end of a spoolie is fine, you know, if you don't have like an edge brush. And I just kind of finesse it a little bit, just play around. I don't know, I feel like it adds like a little bit of youthfulness to you, especially us big forehead girls. You know, we got a lot on our mind, and I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna put some earrings in, and then this is just pretty much the look of the day. So let me show you my outfit. Oh, thank you, Gianna. You are so sweet. Oh yeah, and then this is the scent of today. Today is Tiffany and Company, and oh god, I forgot what was the name of this. I bought this. My husband got this for me when we were in Dubai, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on. It smells like orange blossoms. It is such a beautiful scent. So nice. All right, so this is the outfit. I kind of been sitting on it, so it might be a little wrinkly. Super cute, super professional. I have my like little heels, my little nude heels that I put on with it. And yeah. And that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna put my little earrings in. So I have my hoop earrings, I'm gonna put those in. And then I'm going to go about my day and do some business. Yes, Cheyenne, this perfume, I have like just a little corner left, and I'm savoring it. I'm savoring it. Thank you. You said, got to go. Do you know when your next live is? Gianna, I honestly don't know. I just kind of like pop in here whenever lately because, again, like I said, I've been just going through chronic fatigue. But, you know, I do plan on coming up here a lot more. I used to go live every single day. And then I just kind of fell into this, not depression, I just been mentally going through it, but I'm getting better. I'm getting out of it. I'm slowly but surely coming up here. So I'll be up here more often. Yeah, so eventually, you know. Is that me? Not someone did those like little TikTok videos where they like take a screenshot of you and like make it their profile. Oh my god, I got God. I love it. You are gorgeous, darling. I live in Virginia Beach. You said, is it long lasting? I've been looking for a long lasting perfume. Yes, this is long lasting, especially if you have some type of lotion that has like a orange blossom undertone to it, or a floral undertone to it. Girl, that's why I've been using it. Look at that. I've been spraying. It's like my go-to, and I have plenty of perfumes. I've just been, yeah. Thank you, Cheyenne. Dominique, hey, good afternoon. You said you'd be seeing those. You said, how much is this one? I think whenever my husband got it, and when we were in Dubai, it was like two something. It might be lower than that now. I don't know. Yeah, it was like two something when we were in Dubai. You said looking like Diana Ross with the hairstyle. Thank you. Something. Look, it's raining today. It's humid. There is no reason for me to be out here straightening my hair. Might as well just let it do its thing. So, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm starting to get used to my natural hair. And right now it's kind of fluffy. I can make it more flat if I want to, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the fluff today. I don't feel like wetting it and doing the whole conditioning thing. I don't feel like doing that. I got coconut oil in it, and then it kind of just helps with the, big hair look. And honestly, I've been noticing it gets me a lot of attention. I think in a good way, like from all genres of like life, of walks of like life. It really does. The straight hair is always a eat down whenever I straighten my real hair out, but the big hair always gets attention. Like people be like, okay, maybe I'll do like it. Maybe I need to get out of my head, because I grew up with the mentality that like big hair like this is ugly. So, but anywho's, I gotta go. I probably will be back. I don't know, maybe not later today, maybe tomorrow, but it smells so good. Again, like this was the peach candle I lit today. I'm gonna finish letting it go, because you need to have a full wax pool. As you can see, it's not even full, it's just like a little circle, because what happens is when you burn it again, it's going to create a tunnel. That's why a lot of your candles, if y'all burn candles and you notice it tunnels down and the sides aren't getting hit, it's because you're not letting it get a full wax pool. If you know you're going to leave, don't light a candle. If you're going to be, if you're not going to allow it to burn into a full wax pool, which takes about 4 hours, don't light it. Just come back and light it, because then you're gonna mess your candle up, and then you have to do a whole thing of getting aluminum foil, surrounding it, trying to heat the jar up just so you can get that full wax pool to happen, so you can fix your candle. A lot of people will waste their candles like that, but this is the peach candle. It's the peachy jam. It's one of my favorite ones. I burn all year round. Yeah, like I said, I've been slowly but surely getting back into like my business coming online. So you can check my website out. In my profile, there's links to my website, which is www.cmmcnation.com. So just check it out. Even if you don't buy anything, just go up there and just see what I got. Like, I have a website for a reason. I made that website, okay? And I also will be putting some Heavenly Help Desk stuff up there, because Gabriella had one of the candles on her call center show. So I'm tethering them together. So if you are a true Crystal Marie, fan, and you know what Gabriella's about on the Heavenly Help Desk, you're gonna see what I'm doing. I'm tethering them two together, making it work. That's why I bought a candle lamp, because it warms up my candle so good. Girl, I have candle lamps all throughout the house. Like, I have one in my room, one in my walkway before you get into the bathroom. I have one downstairs in the walkway. I have one in the bathroom downstairs. I have one in the kitchen. I have one in the foyer area. Like, oh, and then I got one in the living room and the dining room. Like, I do not play when it comes to those candle warmers, because it keeps the house good. And then let me tell you a secret that my mom did. She would get the candle and she would burn it. Now, this is not on the candle warmer, but she would get the candle, she would burn it, just light it, and then she would put a fan behind it. I promise you, if you're looking to instantly get your house smelling good, put a fan behind it. You can angle it at like an angle where it doesn't blow the flame out. I don't know what it is. but it gets to smell quickly, okay? Oh my God, that's so crazy. I have a candle called So Fresh and So Clean Clean. It's one of like my favorite kitchen ones. So fresh and so clean, clean. A lot of my candles are named after songs, by the way. So if you go on my website and like go through the list of all the labels that I made, they're all listed. Like roses really smell like oud oud, so fresh and so clean, clean. Like just go check it out, you know. Tropic like it's hot. Tropic like it's hot because it's a tropical candle. You get it? Yeah. You said, how's life been lately? As someone with barely any online friends, I love seeing people far away from me living their life. Sorry for my English, just the kiddo. Oh no, I love that. I love that if English is not your first language, then kudos to you for even coming up here and just even trying. You know, I'm trying to still learn Spanish, so salute to you. You say you'll check them out, Cheyenne. Yeah, let me know what you think. How's life been? Life has been great. I think I'm just trying to find my way. You know, people think that when you hit your 30s, you know, you're gonna have to figure it all out, but really it's just a reflection of your 20s, except for you're supposed to be more stable and have more money. But in this, I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, you know, and I hate to sound so old school when I say that, I feel like a lot of people are just trying to survive and get by. And even like if you look at the celebrities online, they're struggling out here. Celebrities are they're becoming influencers. They're becoming people that try to sell things. They're becoming, you know, people that do commercials and stuff because the music's not selling, tours aren't selling, like their products aren't selling. So now regular small business owners and content creators are trying to compete with celebrities, which is crazy because at one point it used to be, you know, they used to make fun of small content creators. So now it's kind of like a game of like, oh, you know, who's going to get the virality? Like even look at right now what's going on with TikTok. Like now they're passing this thing on TikTok where they're taking points away from people, you know, and now if you are asking for people to follow you, if you're asking people to stay and watch your video, they're just going to delete your channel. Like it's like a point system now. So now they're looking for, I think these social platforms are looking for people to be so unique and creative that they're tired of the same old stuff. They're getting bored. So they're tired of people with a podcast. They're tired of people just talking and sitting. Like now, like also TikTok is doing a thing where if you have a green screen and you're doing like a reaction video, you can't do that no more. They'll take points from you. And then your page is going to get either deleted or you're going to get shadow banned. They want you to actually go back to the, you know, the olden days, as my son would say, the olden days, and really put some effort into your content. They want you to really use your brains and be different. They're tired of this chat GPT AI content. They're ready for some real stuff. They're ready for a heavenly help desk. They're ready for content creators. But unfortunately, that means people that are small creators like me, we got to even go harder now because now we got to show that we're worthy of being seen. So if you thought you were going hard before, you need to start going harder now because now is the time. Hi, AK Gaming. Hi, Sam. When is my birthday? I'm September 27th. You said that's exactly what happens to most celebrities. Okay, yeah, like they're all just online trying to, you know, make it. Like they're all trying to stream, they're all trying to, you know, get a bag somehow because the movie's just not moving. You know, now that AI is into play, you know, they don't need writers no more. You know, you can animate you can literally I literally saw a post about it was actresses saying how they now have AI where what they do is they'll call the actress in or the actor in, have you do a few like moving parts. Like they'll have you, you know, jump and, you know, move your head left, move your head right, say a few words, like you got to read some type of like diction where they can change where it sounds. It's called something. I have to like go online to like figure out the actual terminology for it. But anyways, they make you read this like little thing where the words can be formatted to anything because you said that thing. But anyways, they were complaining because they were saying that's a way for them now in Hollywood to not pay you for being on set for the whole movie. Because now what they do is just utilize AI to have you do the movie because you did those few little moving parts. You move to the left, you move to the right. Now AI could do the rest of it for you. We don't need you no more. And you'll only get paid for a couple of days of your work that you did because we don't need you anymore. We just need you to do the background work so we can continue to make the movie. So they're not only the writers struggling, but now the actors and actors are struggling in Hollywood. So they're trying out here. They're struggling out here, okay? It's after mine, and my birthday is August 11th. I'll be 30 this year. Okay, August the 11th. Oh my goodness. My son's the 9th. Oh my, you be 30 this year. Welcome to the 30 club. Flirty 30. Something wrong with 30. Like, a lot of people think like as soon as you hit 30, you're like ancient and you need a cane or something and you gotta get AARP. Like, honestly, that's kind of when you start having like an awakening of like your life. You're kind of like, okay, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't want to just clock in and clock out every day. Or at least that's just how I feel. I feel like at this point, you're kind of just like, all right, God, what do you have in mind for me and what can I do to make sure I fulfill that for you, for others, for the big purpose? So that's kind of like what stage I'm in. I started a little bit late because I was too busy just trying to I was coming out of a bad situation in life anyways. So I caught it right on time at 30. And now I'm just now getting myself on track. Like, all right, I have my business. Like, I'm trying to learn how to navigate business, work, be a mom, be a content creator. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a lesson. I feel like, yeah, it is a blessing being 30, especially nowadays. Um, it's going to continue to be a lesson. You're still going to be learning. You should always forever be a learner. You should never just be like, all right, I'm done with learning stuff. I'm done. No, you should always want to take that extra course. You should want to, I don't know, listen to what the youth has to say. Even when it comes to certain things like makeup, go find a youthful, makeup creator and just watch her do her hair, watch her do her makeup, because you can refresh and revitalize your stuff. You can, you've probably been stuck in so many old patterns that there's new things out there that you don't even know because you don't want to take the time to learn anything new. So don't be that person that doesn't want to listen to the youth or just listen to, new things or learn new things, because then you can be stagnant. Nobody wants that, okay? Is it hard for you? I will learn to learn. I would love to learn about things. Is it hard for me, like, like being in business or just being 30? It's not hard. It's just I'm my own worst critic. So in my head, I feel like, oh, I should be here in life. I should be a billionaire by now, or why is this not working out for me? And why is this working out for this person? Blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much what I go through in my head. I'm just my own worst critic. But I know that there are certain things that I need to do to unlock those blessings that God has for me, and I'm working on that. So you said that's how most people are. Yeah. Most people that want to, open up and learn more things, they're kind of rare nowadays, though. I really feel like everybody's just kind of like stuck in the same, okay, well, this person did that, so I'm just going to follow the lead. Oh, this person got their body done this way, so I'm going to follow the lead. Or, this person is doing their hair that way, this person is doing it. Oh, that person has, ugh, they look different. They're not doing what the it girls are doing. Okay, so don't be afraid to not follow the crowd. Remember that. Because 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to come around and then they're going to be like, oh, dang, you did that 5 years ago. Yeah, you guys were following the crowd. And I could see right through it. You're always going to be looked at as the weird one, and you're going to get made fun of because you're different. You're not following what they're doing. You just got to be confident in that. So people don't like that. Majority of people don't like whenever you stand out anyway. So it makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them realize the less that they're doing. So it makes them self-reflect. And a lot of people don't like to self-reflect because then it calls them out of what they should be doing or they could be doing. Not in a bad way. They probably could have a talent. They probably have a talent that they haven't released to the world because they're shy or they're nervous or they're so afraid. And then here come you, la la la, sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. Oh, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Life is good, life is great to have this talent. I'm not gonna be here long. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time, season, reason, lifetime, and this is a season for me. And they just cannot understand it. Like, you have no fear of failing, you have no fear of stepping out of the normal, and it triggers them because they want to be that, but they can't because they're afraid. Some parents don't want to teach their children how to learn about some things, and that's why children learn a lot of things for themselves. Yeah, I mean, as a parent myself, I try my hardest to, like, you know, teach my kids as much as I possibly can, but I know that there's going to be things that I'm not going to be able to teach them. They're going to have to experience on their own. And I just pray that they have the discernment to make the right choice. That's whenever teaching them discernment, teaching them, let's think about the actions in the long run. If you're in a situation, how is that going to play out for you in the future? Okay. So yeah, you might be in a situation where I'm not there to, give you the answer. I'm not there to help guide you through it, but think about the repercussions of your decision. Before you do anything, think about those repercussions. Think about the situation you're in and what could happen. Okay. I always say, did you use your brain? Did you think? I do that, and I don't do that to be mean. I do that so, like, when they're not with me one day, they're gonna be like, oh, all I hear is my mom in my head. Did you even use your brain? Did you think? Let's use those brain cells, okay? Use the brain cells God gave you. Like, I like to roast them, but I'm also serious. Did you use your brain? So you weren't thinking. Nice. I love when you waste your brain cells. That's great. He said, you're a good mother. I love kids, and I would love to have kids of my own. Yes, Cheyenne. Hi, Yako. Aren't you about to get off the school bus soon? Speaking of kids, are you on the bus? I think he's on the bus right now. He's on the bus. He's about to get off the bus in like 10 minutes. Actually, like 5 minutes. You're obviously in the neighborhood. Oh my gosh. Is it raining, Yako? Do you need an umbrella? Let me see. I don't think it's raining right now. I think you're good for now. Do you have an umbrella in your book bag? I don't think so. All right, y'all. Let me go meet him outside with an umbrella because I think it's going to like pour down. So, like I said, I will be back. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow. It was just good chatting with everyone, catching up. It's been a minute, so now you know where I stand. So if you probably watch this video later today, leave a comment, leave a like. That keeps the algorithm going and keeps them knowing, like, okay, she's active, because they've been hitting me with all types of notifications. Like, are you still active? Thank you, Q. Okay, it was nice chatting with you, girl. Nice chatting with you too, Cheyenne. Sprinkles, nothing but just positive energy, love and light to y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Till next time. Bye. Thank you. Bye.